So this is Baruch Fleischman, and right now I wish I had some kind of intro music, which I was able to figure out how to put into the shiurim, but I haven't figured it out yet. I'm not trying hard enough. But anyway, we're learning this Zohar and Parshas Pinchas, which I've been working on for the last 2 or 3 years, little by little by little. And so now we're seeing all the different things that there are to see, and we're on page Shin Nun Gimel, and I want to recommend to everyone to buy, if you can afford it, to buy this set. So we come over here and we see the entire Zohar. The Zohar, let me get it up here, I'm sorry. This is the words of the Zohar. Tochazi, come and see. Pinchas Kohen Kamei Dinid Tekifa de Yitzchak. Pinchas stood in the presence of the powerful dinim of Yitzchak. Now, I'm not sure what he meant, coming Kamei, but we'll see. The Sasim Pirza, and he closed the breach. In other words, the rip in the Jewish people, a relationship to God. Again, Kach, Ashlim the Gabe Pinchas Raza de Yitzchak, and because of this, Pinchas was able to complete in relationship the Raza of the secret of Yitzchak. Kom Kamei Pirza. Now, with that phrase where it says that he stood before the breach of what? Shmiras Habris. That's the V'amod Pinchas V'yapalel, and Pinchas stood and he judged. Kom Bapirza, he stood at the breach. Kame Din the Yitzchak, in the presence of the Din of Yitzchak, Din the Agana Alaych of the Yisrael, in order to bring a shield, a protection to the Jewish people. And for this reason, these two are incorporated together in the count. Now, offhand, I saw the words, but I'm not sure exactly what they mean. Let's look at the Matok Midrash and see what he says. He says, Ray, come and see. Pinchas Bekinoso Hashem, and the fact that he was jealous for the name of Yud-Ke Vav-Ke. Amad, he stood, Ba'atzar as a Magefa, he stopped the plague. Shahaisim Mispashetis Yisrael, that was spreading over the Jewish people, but Bedina Chazak Shal Yitzchak, because of this powerful din of Yitzchak. Yitzchak represents the left side, the side of din. The Haina Megavura de Zah, that is on the left line of Zah, which is the line of Gevura. Vasasim Pirza, Vasasim is a Pirza, and he closed up the breach. The Matuk says Ratzon Lomer means to say Shaha'avon Garam the Parot's Gether Begadusha. This is a Parot's Gether, means to break open the protection of the Shmiras Habritz. So that's what was going on. Ratzon Lomer Shaha'avon Garam the Paros, because it causes the split, the breaking over of the wall of Kedusha. Vanasa Makom Amaktaran. So he made a place for the great accuser. Now, this is what we talk about, accusations a lot. The Zohar talks about it a lot. The alos lilmod category, to be able to rise up and to be able to learn accusations about us. Pinchas salsam pirtzazum, because Pinchas closed this up. V'chein hishlim hakodesh baruch hu the Pinchas masha choyser which is the letter Yud, which refers to the bris. So therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu changed Pinchas' name from Pei, Nun, Ches, Samach. He put a Yud in there. And so therefore, he gained that. He says this is the secret of Yitzchak Sod Yitzchak. Ratzon Lomer Ayudesha Amod Neged the Gebur Shal Yitzchak. Because he stood opposite, in other words, the Gebur of Yitzchak was falling on the Jewish people in the form of a plague because of the pirza that had been opened up as a result of the Gilui Arayos, of the incest that was going on. Hishlimalo Yud. So he brought in the letter Yud into his name. Shehira Mispar Shemo Mispar Shem Yitzchak, and it turns out that the gematria of Pinchas would therefore be the same gematria as Yitzchak. Yitzchak is 108, 208. Pinchas, let's look at Pinchas with the Yud. Pinchas is Fei Nun is 130, 138, plus 60 is 198, plus 10, 208. There you go. So he said, Yadesha Ahmad Neged the Gavur Shal Yitzchak, Hishlimu Lo Yud, Shiyeh Misper Shemoka Misper Shem Yitzchak. Now the names are equivalent. Mefarish Yoser, Ahmad Keneged the Pirza, he stood opposite the breach. Vikinasu the Hashem, because he was so jealous for the name of Yud Ke Vav Ke, which can only be transmitted through sexual purity. And he said Yipala, but the Altzach of Begef, and he was able to close down the plague. Behind Ahmed Bepirta, he stood at the breach. Keneged Din Shel Yitzchak, opposite the din of Yitzchak would be severe and very punishing. Kedei Lachagein Al Yisrael, in order to protect the Jews. Shalotis Pasha Alehem, so that this plague should not continue to spread on us. So therefore, Yitzchak and Pincah, now with the new spelling of his name, are enjoined together in their count. Shehem Olam the Mizbar Echad, they both have the same gematria. The fish of Pincah Nichlal Begvura, because now Pincah became incorporated in that Gevura of Yitzchak. Vadam al Yado as a chaytim, and then through that he was able to judge those who were sinning. Behind the Shaharag Zimri in Cosby, he killed both Zimri and Cosby, his mistress. So therefore, he did the same thing as Yitzchak by exercising the Bechina of Gevurah. Baruch Fleischman, Tikkun Elevator Kolel. This has been the night Zohar in Parshas Pincah.